It's Giles from 101 Part-Time Jobs to kick off Independent Venue Week in collaboration with Beavertown. We're here at Bristol at the Louisiana, where tonight LICE are headlining. It's a stacked bill, loads of great bands. I'm really looking forward to seeing Blood Wizard. We're going to go inside and speak to some of the people making the show happen.
Some of our staff come here and they're art students or they're students at BIM, and they end up going on and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
You know, and becoming good promoters in their own right.
Yeah, and this is where they learn.
And this is where they learn.
There's a great photo over there of Joe Talbot from IDLES.
Joe worked for us for nearly 4 years. Yeah.
Brilliant. What was he like to work for? Well, to work for you.
I love Joe. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
No, he's a lovely lad. The whole band are lovely, actually. But yeah, he's a good boy.
So I volunteer for Independent Venue Week, currently here at the Louisiana. I love independent music and independent venues. I think this week's a great way of finding new venues, because you might not know the bands that are playing, and you can go along and see something new and support the area.
I think especially the more independent and family-run venues, especially like the Louisiana, because it's been the same people for 30 odd years or whatever, and they care about it so much, and they really invest in you and your career and your development. And
where else do you get that?
Well,
it's amazing.
Yeah, the first show I ever shadowed was Blood Wizard.
Yeah.
They were playing tonight, and that felt like a really special gig, obviously because it was my first one and I'd never heard of Blood Wizard before, and they've kind of turned into one of my favourite bands ever, really.
There's this kind of thing when you're starting a new band where there's this kind of like wall that you can't break through, and I think that independent venues just, their doors open. No matter how much you grow as a band, it always seems to be the best nights when you come back to the independent venue, the middle-sized one that you loved so much growing up. It's kind of like, it's a consistent thing and it never changes, and they're always like so much fun to celebrate them.
Alice Shuttleworth, Scorpio, 3rd November 95. What am I into? Music. Music, talking about music, playing music, trying my best. What can I say? In the band, LICE. People ask me sometimes, how would you define the Bristol sound today? And I would say that so many of the most interesting projects from this city are reconciling elements of, I guess, a guitar band from a performance perspective with ideas from electronic music, from the city's rich sound system culture. You get all these wonderful experimental things that have a foot in both camps. And what it means is they fit in loads of different lineups. You can go see a guitar band and see some very heavy, very interesting experimental electronic music, and it all fits and it all works. More of that, please, other parts of the country.
We were just admiring the carpet upstairs here in the Louisiana. What are the hallmarks of a good independent venue for you, Alistair?
Well, good sound, happy staff, gotta have happy campers, good lighting, not that it's put that at the bottom of the list actually, we'll reorder later, and most importantly, courageous and considered programming and promotion of that programming. But you bring in people from the grassroots community, starting out, doing cool things, and you give them a platform, and you nurture them, then you're a part of a rich and vibrant culture.
Thank you, Alistair. You got a sound check now. Thank you for the time.
Love you.
Love you. I don't think we're allowed to come here and talk about independent venues without speaking with you, Jeff.
This has been a really amazing night. This venue, to me, has done so much for me, like the Louisiana, over the years.
Yeah.
I think I've worked out that it's been nearly 24 years that I've been coming to shows here.
Brilliant.
For me, it's more than just a room and a stage.
Yeah.
As per like most independent venues, when you walk inside of them, there's real character to a lot of them. There's and also that for me, they really improve actual areas. Like, literally, I used to come out here and almost camp outside here sometimes because of, either if the show was sold out, then they'd come down early to obviously wanted to kind of get in, or sometimes it was just because of I didn't have anywhere to stay and I wasn't living in Bristol, so I'd literally sometimes turn up with a sleeping bag, like kind of waterproof.
Wow.
And, you know...
it's places of community, right? It's people...
Oh, yeah.
And people are accepting, people talk to one another.
Yeah, well, it's also for me, 'cause, like, I know that it's also for a lot of other people who suffer with social anxiety. You come to here and there's a structure. You know what time the doors are going to be. You usually have an idea of what time the bands are going to be on. You know what time it's going to finish.
Yeah.
And also it takes that pressure off because of you're all in the same room to see the same thing. I remember seeing Fleet Foxes and Beach House do a co-headline show in here.
Wow.
That was gorgeous. I remember seeing The Armed in here, which was great fun with the 200 BPM strobe lights.
Yeah.
The Scissor Sisters. Were incredible. They got the entire place disco dancing. Like as if I remember coming in here 23 years ago, it literally like as if I was walking into someone's living room.
Cheers for watching. This is 101 Part-Time Jobs. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and all podcast apps. We've done interviews with Aurora, Kneecap, IDLES, Lauren Maybury of Churches, and loads more. So tap into 101 Part-Time Jobs on Spotify, Apple, and all podcast apps.